quadruple shooting has left two communities in South Baldwin County reeling. It happened in Magnolia Springs, but prompted a hospital to lock down in Foley. 3 gunshot victims showed up at the Baldwin County Medical Center in a car that eventually caught fire. News 5's Brianna Hollis is live outside the Baldwin County Regional Medical Center with more. Hey, Bree.
Well, Jason, it's quiet here now, but this was just one of 2 extremely tense scenes earlier today. Like you said, those 3 gunshot victims actually drove themselves to this ER here, and that immediately prompted the lockdown because at that point, staff didn't know if one of those patients was also the person who fired shots. Meanwhile, at the same time, police were also responding to reported gunfire at a mobile home park in Magnolia Springs. 3 gunshot victims were airlifted to a hospital in Mobile. 2 crime scenes with law enforcement everywhere.
It scares the heck out of me.
The shootout began near Bob Hanna's home in this mobile home park in Magnolia Springs. Officers responded to a 911 call of gunshots in the area. But moments later, another call went out. Gunshot victims at the hospital nearby.
We received a subsequent call that some individuals had showed up at South Baldwin Hospital, and they had had multiple gunshot wounds as well.
Sheriff Haas Mack says the victims drove themselves to the ER. Following protocol, the hospital went into lockdown when they arrived. As the 3 victims were getting medical care, the car they drove in caught fire in the parking lot.
We believe that that was simply because of them driving fast to get here.
The lockdown lasted for hours. Meanwhile, just miles away, detectives searched the home where it all happened. Anxious neighbors like Hannah worried about what they'd find and what led to that shootout.
It does make me nervous to know that something like that went down in my neighborhood, and it's so close to my house.
3 of those gunshot victims are still in the hospital tonight. We don't have a current update on their status, but the sheriff says their injuries were so bad they had to be taken straight to the trauma center. Meanwhile, the 4th victim was released earlier today from South Baldwin. Reporting live in Foley, Brianna Hollis, WKRG News 5.